Moving away from the shocking speech here from Issa Chiroman, getting deeper into the daily lives of Ambazonia, we see what is happening in Buea, the capital of the southern Cameroons and home to Ambazonia, the leading university in Ambazonia. It is gripped by a deepening crisis that has left residents in a prolonged state of darkness, thirst, and frustration. For months, entire neighborhoods have gone without electricity, with some areas like Mile 16 behind WDC Hotel in blackout for over 6 months. Small Sopo has had no power for 4 months. The university area for 3, and places like Biaka, Bomaka, and Sandpit to Moki Garage report weeks to months without power supply. Even the Central University administration functions without electricity. Generators are reportedly switched on only when the Vice Chancellor is physically present in the university. Across Moiko to Bomaka, it's candles and batteries, powered flashlights that keep the night at bay. Water supply has collapsed just as severely. Monangai quarters has gone an entire year without running water. Bokwango from Mbela Moki to Diongute Street has seen taps run dry, fueling anger among residents who now call for these streets to be renamed, arguing the politicians that they honor have done nothing to deserve such recognition. From Buea Town to Camp SIC and from long streets to Small Sopo, residents struggle daily without clean water. In Mile 16, people are left to drink from unsafe wells, while the wealthier residents have resorted to drilling boreholes and buying private transformers. The rest of the population faces worsening conditions without alternatives. Adding to the hardship is a persistent collapse in internet connectivity. MTN, the dominant telecom provider in the region, has been accused by residents of providing deliberately poor service. In a town that was once proud to be part of the Silicon Mountain, digital access is now nearly impossible. Students cannot attend online classes or conduct research. Businesses suffer, and communication is increasingly limited. For many, the lack of internet is not just an inconvenience, but another example of institutional neglect and systemic failure. Now, against this backdrop of a state abandonment, frustration is boiling over as the regime prepares for its upcoming elections. Many in Buea across southern Cameroons are vowing not to participate. The question asked by many is simple: what should southern Cameroons exactly vote for? Coupled with no electricity, no water, no functioning healthcare, broken roads, unaffordable houses, and skyrocketing prices of basic goods, the idea of engaging in the political process feels not just meaningless but insulting. For the average citizen, participating in elections feels like endorsing their own suffering. This collective frustration has given rise to open political defiance. More and more residents are questioning the legitimacy of a government that delivers neither services nor safety. The collapse of basic infrastructure, the rising cost of living, and the absence of any meaningful response from national and colonial authorities, it has created a growing sense of betrayal in a region still grappling with the long shadows of the Amazonian War. The continued deterioration of daily life has convinced many that the system is not just broken, it was never meant to serve southern Cameroon's Ambazonia. Now, as the crisis deepens, the people of Buea are not just losing faith, they are making a choice. The growing calls for boycott are not just driven by ideology alone, but by lived reality, a reality where the state has become invisible, except in matters of control and repression. A reality where even the most basic human needs are luxuries. Light, water, connections have become luxuries for people in Buea and other parts of southern Cameroon. In this context, many are saying clearly that Ambazonia will not be part of any colonial election organized by a regime that sees them but refuses to serve them, even while exploiting their resources. Now, still on the news, we see